Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So in this video, we'll discuss the second problem of Leetcode Weekly contest 345. Yeah, it's a medium level problem and an interesting one, I would say. It's a good one. Okay, so as the problem name is neighboring bitwise XOR. So a zero indexed array derived with length n is derived by computing bitwise XOR of adjacent values in a binary array of original of length n. Okay, specifically for each index I in the range 0 to n minus 1, the derived value is original of I, XOR original of I plus 1, and for the last index it is original of I, XOR original of 0. Okay, given an array derived, your task is to determine whether there exists a valid binary array of original that could have been formed from derived. Okay, return true if such an array exists, or false otherwise a binary array is an array containing only zeros as one. So okay, forget about the problem statement. It's a simple one. You have an array. Okay, let's call it derived array. How we got this array? We got this array from an original array. Okay, again of the same length. Now suppose there was some value 0 1 0 1 0 0, something like this. This was the original array. So I'm not given this array, I'm given the derived array. And what is the value of derived array? So for index number I, the value here is actually XOR of index I and index I plus 1. Okay, so XOR of these two will land here, 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 and so on. What about the last one? You have only one element, you do not have the I plus 1th element. Okay, so XOR of this and the first element will land here. Right, this is how you get the derived array. Now what do you have to tell? You have to tell that whatever is the derived array, is there actually a original array which can give me the derived array? Like are all the values in the derived array valid? Okay, what do I mean by this? So suppose this, I'll take the last example directly to show you the invalidity. Okay, so the derived array is 1 0. Okay, now just see what are the possible values. So I have a 1 here. Okay, I have a 1 here. So what are the two possibilities of my original arrays? I have a 1 here, that means these are the two positions. XOR of two values, this and this, is 1. That means these two values are different. Now what are the possible values that I can have? So suppose I place 0 here and I place 1 here, right? These are the two possible values. Now if I place 0 here, now to get a XOR of 1 here, I should have 1 here, right? And if I've placed 1 here, then to get a XOR of 1, I should have 0 here. Simple, right? So from ith position, I can compute the I plus 1th position, right? That's the expected value. Now I move here. This is 0. These are the two possibilities that I can have. This is 0. Now if this is 0, so just see, that means XOR of this and this is 0, right? So just see, if I have 1 here, to get a XOR 0, I should have 1 here, right? But I have 0, so this is not working. If I have a 0 here, to get a XOR of 0, I should have 0 here as well, because I have to XOR of these two values is placed here. So you see, out of any two possibilities, you're not getting the correct value, right? The expected value in this case is 1, but you have 0. The expected value in this case is 0, but you have 1. So that's why you return false. Okay, what about this one? 1 1 0. So just see, 1 1 0. Let's see, this is my original array. We are not calculating the original array, rather we are not constructing the original array, we are just using the variables, right? So I can have two possibilities. I can start with 1, I can start with 0. Okay, now if I start with 1, the first position has a XOR 1, meaning this and this results in 1. Now if I place 1 here, I should have 0 here. I'm getting it. And if I place 0 here, I should have 1 here. Okay, now I have a 1 here. Okay, I have a 1 here. So that means XOR of this value and this value is 1. So if this is 0, this should be 1. If this is 1, this should be 0. Great. Now XOR or the last XOR is 0. That means value here and here should result in a value 0. Now if this is 1, to get a XOR of 0, I should have 1 here, right? And yes, I have a 1 here, and for 0 I should have a 0 here. Yes, so you return true that actually yes, you had a valid original array, and that is why you were able to come up with a valid derived array, right? Similarly 1 1. So what we have to do, we have to traverse from the beginning, taking both the possibilities, and when you reach the last step, just check that whatever is the expected value at the first position, is it equal to the value you assumed, right? That's the simple thing. Let me show you that with the help of a code. Okay, so these are the two possibilities. I start with a 0, I start with a 1. Okay, what is the expected 0 and what is the expected 1, right? So if I am at the first position, if I start with 0, so whatever is the value in derived, I take XOR of these two, that is the expected value of the next position. Okay, similarly, if I start with 1, what is the expected value for the next position, right? I traverse what is expected 0, what is expected 1, I keep on computing it for the last step. Okay, now when I reach the end of the array, I have consumed all the elements. Now I have to check the expected value of 0th element, is it equals to the value from which I started? So if expected 0, this tells that what is the last value you got when you started with 0. If that is equals to start of 0, or if expected of 1 equals to start of 1, you return true or else you return false. Simple stuff. This is your array. Okay, this is your array. Keep on computing the expected values. Now this expected value should be equals to this. Getting it? Because you know the value here, right? You started with this. Okay, so that's it, how you'll solve this problem. You can have a number of other solutions as well. Probably instead of taking 0 1, you can just start with one value, because actually both the things are same, right? It basically tells that whatever value you start with, that should be the expected value. So I've taken start as 0 and start as 1 as two possibilities. You can take just one possibility only, right? With the help of one variable also this can be solved, but this is how I solved it during the contest. So again, the same thing. Probably you are not able to come up with the most optimal solution whenever you see a problem for the first time, right? But it's important to come up with a solution. Now in the next iteration, obviously you can optimize it, but this is the small code to solve this problem. So yeah, I hope you learned something new from this video. Support it by giving a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel. In case of any queries, mention that in the comment section. I'll revert on each one of them. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.